Hello, grade 9. Today we are going to study computer science. Let me share the PDF version of computer science book with you. So this is let me tell you where we left okay, on motherboard was the last topic we covered, and now the second topic is microprocessor. So what is microprocessor? You can call it CPU or microprocessor. Both are the brain of the computer. They have two names, two terminologies: CPU or microprocessors. This is the brain of the computer, and the microprocessor is like a chip which contains millions of tiny transistors. So what these transistors do is they manipulate data. They send that data. They manipulate in a way that it sends the data. These transistors are to manipulate your data. Microprocessors functions is to do the calculation which is necessary for the computer to work. These calculations are done at a very high speed and accuracy. Accuracy means something which is exact and there is no error. Microprocessor is made up of silicon. It is made up of silicon. Microprocessor fetches, decode, execute and stores all the instructions which are given by the user. What it does is if there's any kind of the information or decodes anything or give the commands or store, it carry all the instruction. If the user is giving it or from any other device, it can also fetches and decodes and gives you the execute the command you want. The speed of the computer mainly depends upon what the speed of the microprocessor. If the microprocessor has a good fast speed which is measured in GHz and has more cores and catch work faster. A processor which has that speed which is faster, then it can work very well with the computer, because microprocessor is the brain of the computer, and if it's fast your computer will process in that manner. And there are usually 5 components of microprocessor. Now they are in steps and it has 5 components. The microprocessor or the CPU we were talking about, it has these 5 components. Components means parts. First is arithmetic arithmetic logic unit, and the second is control unit, and the third is clock, and the fourth is registers, and the fifth is catch. I need to explain each one by one. What does arithmetic logic means? Arithmetic logic means that you perform the actual calculations like which you can do in your daily life. The arithmetic numeric you do the logically comparisons. Arithmetic operations also includes the basic operation you do in your maths homework like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division, while the logical comparison means that comparing and selecting and matching the data which you want. What does control unit means? Control unit is the word control is telling you that you need to control, you need to have a grasp on that thing. Control means to have something in your hands that you can control over it. Control unit is responsible for controlling the data. The data means the transfer of the data and the instructions you get from all the units of a computer. This unit controls all the operation a computer has, but it does not actually carry the data processing operation. So this is that it can only transfer your data and the instruction which is in the computer, but it does not carry you the actually data processing operations. The operation is something typical and complex. It does not carry that thing. The only function of control unit is like a traffic policeman. It manages and coordinates the system. It does not gives you the operation and the processes behind that behind the whole logic and the procedure. It gives you the coordination, it gives you the support where there is a requirement. Like you can imagine what a traffic policeman function is and why he is there, and then you just put it in according to the computer, and then you will get the image what does it means. And then is the clock. Clock generates or pulses, and it gives you the instruction which are executed or are give executed means giving the command on the basis of the pulses. Clock speed is measured in mH and JHZ. Now this is register. Now it is this temporary means is for some time, not for the long time. It is the temporary time or the partially storage area which holds the information so that it can process. It is known as the programming model, which may be this register is known as the programming model, which may be of 8 bytes, 16 bytes, 32 bytes or 64 bytes in register. Then it's cache. Cache is used for what purpose? Intermediate. It is also a way, or it is another storage area which is there inside microprocessor. The immediate means hurry. Immediate process information is stored in cache. You can also store your information in cache. The cache inside the microprocessor is called internal cache, and the outside is called the external cache. Something which is inside is called internal, and something which is on the outer surface is called cache. So now this is the buses which are coming in the category of system unit. System unit has one motherboard, and then the system unit has microprocessor, and then the system unit has buses. So why there is a need for the buses? Let's read and find out. In computer, buses are the paths through which the data is sent and received by different components or different parts of the computer. They are just like roads. As roads connects different places, buses connects all the parts of the computer to each other. So you can get the image from this. The roads are connected through the paths, and it gives you the direction, and they are connected so that you can get your route. So buses are also like that. They are connected to send your information and receive it from different channels. They also are connected or linked so that all the internal components which are available on the motherboard. There are 3 types of buses. Number 1 is control bus, then is data bus, and then is address bus. So what are the functions for each? The control bus is where you get the command from the different parts of the controller to manage your activities in a computer. And data bus carries your information or data or storage between the processor, memory unit, and the other components. And then there is the address bus. Why it is there? It carries all the addresses of the data, all the information which are addressed in the data. The address bus then is used to specify your memory location to be used by a microprocessor for a specific operation. So it is used for some kind of operation if there is a need in the memory location bus. So it is used for a specific operation, not for the general operation. So now this is the other input and output devices we will cover in the next chapter. You need to memorize the thing I am telling you and then complete the homework. We will cover these input and output devices in the next slide because I am going to give you the homework. So it will be better if you just memorize some of the things and then do the other part for the homework, because there's many things we have to do in the homework as we have to. So let me take a pencil so that I need to highlight about the homework. Just a sec. I need to tell you, there was just one long question which I gave you, but there are some small and short questions which I need to specify you people so that you can finish it in your fair copy. We will do the choose the right answers after ending the whole chapter, but right now just I am taking the questions which you need to cover. Okay, just a sec. Bear it with me. Just I need to take a pencil. Okay. First, this question discuss the use of computer in any two fields, and then differentiate the compiler and the assembler. Describe the artificial intelligence with example. So these are the questions you have to cover. And this one, list any 5 components present on the motherboard, which we covered today. And then this is the important question, prepare a table of generation. This is very important question you need to keep in mind. And this question, give examples of business, education, entertainment and productivity software. These are the questions you have to complete in your fair copy, and it's better to complete your homework on time, otherwise it will cause trouble for you if you are not completing it. Okay, so you have to complete the questions which I have ticked. So this is all for today, and if there is any confusion you can ask me anytime.